This is Chris Morton, and you're listening to The Recovery. Hi guys, so in this episode I'll be talking about sleep consistency, so how to improve your sleep consistency and what that means and how that can actually help you to be more healthier and fitter. So improving your sleep consistency is one really easy, quick thing that you can actually do, pretty much today. And it's actually going to give you lots and lots of benefits down the track with your overall health and fitness. So what is sleep consistency? So in layman's terms, it's basically your sleep and wake cycle. So it's formally known as the circadian rhythm. So this rhythm is which is inbuilt in our DNA, which dictates when we should naturally wake and fall asleep. So if you can maintain a really consistent circadian rhythm, going to bed at the same time each night and waking up at the same time each morning, this is going to improve your overall sleep quality. So it's going to allow you to perform really good the next day if you're training hard or in the office working away and being mentally at your best. So there's actually lots of studies to prove this. So you can definitely Google sleep consistency or circadian rhythm and find out a bit more about it. But this is just going to be a quick sort of rundown on why it's good and why it's good in the fact that you can start doing this straight away and you can start reaping the benefits. So if you are naturally you're doing that already, then you're off to a great start. You probably don't have to do much. However, if you feel like you're not sleeping the best, or that's one thing that's holding you back, there's one way you can sort of start or reset your circadian rhythm. And to do this is quite simple. All you have to do is go to bed when you feel tired. So when it's getting around that 8 o'clock mark or 9:30 mark, I'm feeling tired. All right, let's go to bed. And then when you wake up, just naturally wake up and don't have any alarms or anything to sort of force you into waking up. Just naturally wake up, and when you are awake, then actually get out of bed and don't actually try and sleep in and try and catch up another couple of hours. And then do this over a few days, maybe over a week, and you'll naturally start to realize that, I'm falling to sleep at the same time and I'm waking up at the same time. So what that is actually going to do, what benefits you're going to get from that are more REM sleep. So that rapid eye movement sleep. So that's the good sleep that actually is good for your brain, mentally restorative. You're going to get an increase in deep sleep, which is physically restorative. So if you're someone who is training regularly, 3 to 5 days a week, this is one way you can start to recover your body. So you can actually train more, start to get those adaptations, start to train harder, more intensely, and actually recover and feel good and hitting each workout, at your best. Also, it will lower your resting heart rate. It will increase or raise your HRV level, which I've talked about before, heart rate variability. Quick rundown on that again is that you're going to be coping the best when your heart is actually beating irregularly a lot more, when there's lots of distance between the different beats between the heart, when it's actually sort of beating in a certain range quite consistently, usually in a lower range, then that's saying that your heart is working really hard to recover. But when you can actually relax your body and your heart doesn't have to beat as much and can be a bit more irregular, that's showing signs that you are in a relaxed state and your body's recovered. Plus also you just fall asleep faster. When you get into this rhythm of sleep consistency, your body will just actually naturally start to fall asleep. That's all good, good and well. But sometimes it's not actually possible. There are going to be some factors where you can't actually do that. There's going to be things that just disrupt that you can't actually stop. One of those is if you're like a shift worker and you're on a different roster every single week, every single day, you're never going to get into a rhythm. That's just something you're going to have to deal with, that you're never going to get benefits from getting consistent sleep. That's just something you're going to have to deal with unless you change your jobs. Also, some other factors are if you've got jet lag, crossing time zone changes. That really does mess up your sleep patterns. Everyone knows this if they've ever been on a long haul flight. Usually from Australia, when you fly over to the UK, you actually feel not too bad because you sort of land usually in the mornings and you can get through the day. But sometimes when you're on that way home, I found it takes me maybe a week to adjust back into my normal sleep patterns. Even if you do come home and try and get through the whole day and try and be on the same clock again, it does take a while. And usually that feeling of feeling jet lagged, it's not nice. Some other things that you can't sort of change is, even if you just want to have one late night per week where you stay up and watch a movie, or you go out and have a later dinner or have a few drinks, all these things are going to disrupt your sleep consistency. So another good thing to note is that it's actually better to be more consistent with your sleep than the amount of sleep that you're getting. So if you're like, they say between 7 to 9 hours is the recommended sleep for adults. And if you're saying, I'm getting my 8 hours of sleep, but maybe every second night you're going to bed at 8 o'clock one night, then 10 p.m. one night, and then 9 p.m. one night, and then midnight the other night, but you're saying, but you're forcing yourself on the other side when you wake up to go, you're waking up naturally, maybe after 6 hours, but you're pushing through till 8 a.m. just to get that 8 hours of sleep on that night you went to bed at midnight. That's actually not as good. You're not going to be getting the quality REM and deep sleep. You're better off actually getting into a more consistent sleep cycle. And even if that starts to be shorter, even if that's like going to bed at 8 o'clock and waking up at 4:30 every morning, if that's good quality sleep and you're doing that every single day, I bet you feel great. That's just to cover improving. If you can improve your sleep consistency, I think you're going to go a long way to sleeping better. But if you're actually having trouble getting a sleep, well, that's actually another conversation altogether. All right, until the next video, cheers, guys.